kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Allen now looks to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Calais. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. To the air again, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll run, Calais. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Allen again. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Point after here coming up. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Allen. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen.
He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Allen. It's complete right side to Benjamin. A gain of 6 there on first. Allen to throw once more. Benjamin's got it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Allen. Man open is Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down, and the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen completes to Mooney on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run with Calais. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Six yards left on second down. Throwing now is Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the ground, it's Calais. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Allen now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Devon Hamilton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. To throw. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Raymond Calais, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's complete to Mooney. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll air this one out for Mims. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Again, it's Calais.
And he's got room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Allen sliding out of the and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Allen with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bears are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
And this one complete again to Mims.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott yet again.
He's got this one completed to Mims.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.